me ask you something. We can take it back to Canelo briefly. Like, how do you think Danny did against Canelo, and what would you want Sergey to do different than Danny that he would get the win?
Well, basically, when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, the modus operandi is keep him off balance, push him back, make him uncomfortable. If you don't make him uncomfortable, he becomes braver and braver. He starts to attack more, and he limits your capabilities. What I will do with Sergey is I'm going to make sure that he is that unstoppable force. He's not going to be backing up. He'll be driving forward and working in a circular pattern, and that with his punch stats, he stays busy. He's a busy fighter, but he'll be a much sharper fighter, and I think that will garner him the victory.
Would you consider bringing Danny in camp with Sergey? Is that, help him prepare, given the fact that Danny...
No, it wouldn't make sense.
Gotcha.
I'd bring Curtis in the camp with Sergey for a Canelo fight.
Banger.
Exact. Somebody that can punch.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he shook him. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's cool. We have to fight. That's cool.
Live reaction.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest question we all will have is how mentally, how do you fix things in terms of a Canelo fight's a whole different thing. It is part rock concert, part Republican primary, part boxing match. He's just this force that takes over. How do you get a fighter to ignore the fact that judges will be oohed by him, the crowd will go crazy if he sneezes? He's almost fighting three different people: judges, the crowd, and the fighter. It's Canelo.
Well, see, these are the things you have to realize. Every time I go into a fight, I've been asked this question time and time again. Are you nervous? Or do you get jitters? No. I was that way when all of my guys were junior Olympic fighters, and I had to make sure they came home without being hurt, or their mothers and fathers would have a heart attack. But as professionals, it's your job to please the public and to win your fight. I have nothing to be nervous about when it comes to that. I expect for you to give me your very all. And when you do that, you will be victorious. So, no, I'm never nervous. I don't worry about it, and I'm going to instill that in my athletes. Don't worry about the event. Make sure you garner the victory. And you do that by working as hard as you can and controlling that environment in that ring.
Did Canelo's chin surprise you? Those I think it was like 3 left hooks Danny gave him in a row.
No.
It was like...
No, Golovkin is one of the biggest punchers in the middleweight division, and he never shook him. So I know the kid could take a punch. I wasn't worried about that. Attrition wasn't the issue. It was making sure that you kept scoring and you kept him off balance. And that's the goal.
Did you think Danny ever got him with his it shot?
There was one time he really had Canelo notice what he could do. And I believe that was in the 8th or the 9th round. It was a really big shot, and it got his attention big time. But you have to follow through. I don't care how big a puncher you are. You have to follow through. If I hit you with one big shot, don't think I'm just going to rejoice and glamorize that punch. I'm going to advance and keep the pressure on and continually break you as I go through it. So repetitive attacks is how you keep a guy off balance that has a great chin.
With Sergey's style, and we've seen Danny's style, we see Danny defeat Sergey extremely well, and we've seen Danny have a little bit of difficulty with Canelo. How can we figure that Sergey will have some form of success with Canelo?
Well, you had to realize that once again he wasn't utilizing his circle defense.
Okay.
And there were key factors. Sergey is one of my students that is very focused when we're working together.
Balance, down the street.
If you can just look at the fights when we're together and we're not together, you'll see that. And it will be a different story when he's in the ring with Canelo, because I'm going to guide him correctly.
When you were in that fight, without obviously telling us, did you see any kinks in his armor that,
In Canelo?
Yes.
I saw a few. I saw a few. I won't mention them now because I know my words seem to go verbatim, and then this is what he said. We don't do that when we do this. So I'm just going to say I've seen some flaws that we can exploit, and we will exploit.
There was the highlight.
The Marco Huck fight that happened the other day. You know, obviously, it seemed like it was going in his favor. There was a little controversy with that.
Yes, it was a. I mean, Marco is a heavyweight now, and the first shot he clipped his opponent with dropped him. Now, the ensuing combination, which was a beautiful one at that, a right hand hook, right hand, put him on Queer Street again. I don't know at that point when the referee was in a position and he said break, but he was behind them and they were in full motion. Ended up being a no contest, but I needed to see what I was working with Marco. We didn't have a lot of sparring because it was just so quick how this thing happened. And he's still picking up my technique. And that's going to take a moment. But he showed me that he is vicious in the ring. There's no Mr. Nice Guy about Marco Huck. I saw that firsthand, and I love that part. There's no nice guy in boxing. After we finish fighting, hey, you can hug, kiss, whatever the heck you want to do, but when it's fight time, it's time to fight. And Marco comes to fight. So there's some things we need to work on, and we will, but I see what I have to work with, and I'm very happy with that.
At 168, where is the goal to go for Danny? To go directly after the title or to kind of work your way into the division?
No, you have to work your way in the division, get acclimated to it, and it's a new place for him to be, so it'll be one step at a time.
Is that the absolute next step, though? No more 160 for sure?
I very truly doubt he'll be at 60 again.
Okay.
How's he doing?
He's doing okay. You know, he lost a very big fight, so it's not like